like Shankara, Christ, the Buddha, and other great masters, can be considered as supporting this philosophy theory. Such men of brilliant genius, who from their very early youth exhibit superhuman knowledge and godly wisdom, are no doubt rare. Krishna himself accepts here that such persons are very rare to obtain in this world. If the previous stanza explains the rebirth of an ego after an interval of existence in the heavens, this stanza explains the lives of the few who, after departing from one embodiment, immediately arrive in this world to continue their pilgrims to perfection.
Here, the answer is the last sentence.
No, that's what, yeah.
That's what I think maybe we just misunderstanding each other. It is that's what it is. The previous one went to heaven, this one got directly born.
This, yeah.
Yeah.
So what about the middle one that I have?
Who's the middle one?
वो हेल में गया ना हेल में गया या हेवन में
नहीं
या दूसरी लाइफ ले ली
So let's
I'll just go over it myself and think about it, because if there is any doubt, and
think
I'll
about
just-
it, and then we can discuss it next time.
क्योंकि fish भी बनते हैं. Ria told this
Yeah,
our
you could
friend
be
Nick.
born any other animal.
Nick's,
Right, right. No,
Nick's
it's
wife
not that.
committed suicide.
Who?
Nick's wife, we knew her.
One
Michelle.
French fellow that he
Okay.
knew.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
And Ria told that she became fish for a while. So when you become, and then she lived her life, and now she is a soul. So she comes when Nick shows up. So they don't go anywhere. That's the main thing. I know it's very weird, but
But even
Lot
in the
of-
fish form, the soul, she will come.
Huh?
The soul comes even if she is in the fish form, or it's when liberated.
no,
from
no.
the
After
form.
she
After
finished
she
her
got
fish
liberated.
life,
She
then-
will, yeah, that's the thing.
It's a programmed life. Animal life is a programmed life.
yeah,
You just,
like cow.
You're just like a thoda sa.
Cow doesn't do any harm,
Right.
and the lion kills, but there is no pap to him.
Or to, yeah.
Yeah,
Of course,
because that's
those
his
are
nature.
right.
Yes.
That's his nature. Right.
Okay, so coming back to this, here is just Swamiji is just trying to tell us here that we blame the environment, unhealthy environment, yeah, but whatever environment we are in, it is ordered by us only.
Yes.
That's all, that's what the main thing is. So it's a theory of karma too. That if we very much believe in theory of karma, we have nothing to complain about anything, because whatever difficulties, whatever circumstances come, it is conducive for my spiritual progress. I can look at it that way.
And they say most of these perfect people like these, well, they never marry. Because when you marry also, you're a little bit diverted from your path.
No, but that's not true.
But how
That's
come
not
all
true
our
at all.
gods
No,
are
wait.
married?
Yes,
no.
no.
Of course, Krishna married, but what about other masters?
No,
like,
so many of them, सारे
Ram
ऋषि
married.
मुनि सारे married थे, because वो लोग नहीं next generation को पैदा करेंगे हम, evil लोग करेंगे क्या? Good people are going to be born
Yeah,
from sadhus. So marriage, see what he's going to talk about it. There is no circumstances is a hindrance for your spiritual progress. That's what he's going to tell you. That if you are on a spiritual progress, तुम किसी भी जगह बोलोगे वो tendency निकल के बाहर आ जाएगी. You know, I mean, Shiva is considered the Mahayogi, pura virakt, and he is married with two
I mean,
children.
Ramakrishna was married, but he was hardly a householder. So
Who?
Ramakrishna,
Yeah,
How do
Ramakrishna
how do
got
you know?
married,
Huh?
yeah, but he was like,
yeah, he wished to worship his own.
No,
wife,
I
but-
know, but there are, I mean, though, according to Gita, that does not matter. That is according to your own vasanas, whether you want to marry or not. But spiritual progress can happen with married people too, and they can get moksha too. Yes. Oh, yeah, and the last paragraph is very important. Because in this verse it says, this is very rare. Verily, a birth is very difficult to obtain in this world. And he's talking about those people who are like Buddha,
Jesus and all
Christ,
that.
Jesus and all.
But Jesus
And
was-
they, from the very youth, they exhibited superhuman knowledge and godly wisdom. And each one, if you think about it, they are born in different circumstances. Because Christ, his family was very poor. Buddha got everything that you can think of, and his father gave him like more than even what anybody deserved. But that didn't matter. So, and Shankaracharya ji also he was going to have a very short life.
Yeah.
but also these are all male-oriented scriptures. Because female they are possible. Though,
There are.
No, but
what
wait.
happened is that actually if you
Mirabai.
read Brother Naik Upanishad,
Huh.
usme they explain about this Gargi. So Gargi was a very big scholar. तो जब ये जनक के दरबार में ऋषि इनका वो हुआ contest, they
Yeah,
used
she
to
won.
give so many bulls with golden horns. So she won. And from that time they made a rule that no women will read Vedas.
Oh.
And that's how the patan of Hindu scriptures were. Because the women used to teach the kids and they stopped teaching. I went to this Hardwar ashram, this Swamiji wrote a whole book.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to clarify one thing. In
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita, when we talk about male or female or anything like that, it's just those qualities they are talking about, some feminine. But in that sense, they never distinguish. Anybody can get
Yeah,
it.
They can have those qualities.
Yes, whether you're
they're
male or
male
female,
it doesn't
yeah.
make any
And we
difference.
also
It clarifies
say
it
God
very.
is he.
Huh?
It's just as a he, but there is no really you're not different. You're reading Vedas, you're reading Gita. You're
You
not
have to rise
differentiating.
above it. Yeah, you have to rise.
Then you can't keep those two separate.
No,
it's a
you
woman
cannot.
and it's a man.
Because
You
we say
don't.
no human beings or mankind. Mankind means it doesn't mean that women are excluded. When we
Right.
say
No,
mankind.
Shiv is the only one with Shiv Shakti is one. Shiv Ardhanareshwar, that's why they.
No, but even Krishna and Radha is the 100% same concept.
I know, but Radha was not married to him.
No,
Yeah.
nothing. When you
Not in one birth, but other birth they were
no,
always
no,
married.
but see, there are different layers of
know,
understanding.
I
Okay,
know.
if you are going to be at a lower level, you're going to look at them as lovers and this and that.
Yeah.
But those people who are at higher level, it's the same Shiv Shakti wala hi hai wo.
We
The
have
Radha
matter,
is,
spirit and matter.
yes.
She is the matter, he's the spirit.
Spirit.
They both are.
You can
that's
take that
Shakti,
for any
exactly.
couple.
Yeah,
They-
sure.
For any, that's how they.
So I mean, those kind of discussions are not going to lead us anywhere. So
Yeah,
what
right.
what we have to do is focus on what he's saying and not worry about this gender and all those things.
Yeah, everything is gold.
Yeah.
No ornaments.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, so I think that any issue here, or should we move forward?
That's fine.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good.
Tatram tam buddhi sanyogam
Tatram tam buddhi sanyogam
labhate parvadehikam
labhate parvadehikam
yatate cha tato bhuyah
yatate cha tato bhuyah
samsiddho kuru nandana.
samsiddho kuru nandana.
So you can do the Sanskrit and then you can read.
Tatra is there, tam is that, buddhi sanyogam, union with knowledge, lubhate is obtained, pavi vidam,
Parvadehikam.
parvadehikam, acquired in his former body, yatate is strives, cha and tat is than, that, bhuyah is more, and samiddho is for perfection.
Samsiddho.
Samsiddho is for perfection, Kuru Nandan, O son of the Kurus.
Okay. Just prior to this, it says, after reaching such conducive and helpful environments, will the fallen yogi of the last life continue his spiritual life? Listen. Okay. Then he says, there he comes to be united with the knowledge acquired in his former body and strives more than before for perfection, O son of Guru.
So he's continuing with
Yeah.
one who is born in
So
the
you
family
start
of
where you left off.
yeah, a family of
Exactly.
wise and meditative family
Yeah.
में क्या होगा उसका? हाँ.
It may be feared that an individual who is thus born again will have to start his studies and practices all over again. To remove any such doubt, Krishna explains here that such an individual in his new life, under the conducive circumstances, gets naturally united with the intelligence acquired in his former body. Such a born yogi completes his education much more easily than others, since to him it is not an education that is needed, but only a revision or recapitulation. In a very short time, he discovers that all knowledge is bubbling up from within himself, and to him, study is but a rediscovery of a digested knowledge which was already lying dormant in him.
So very well explained, right? We
Yes.
have that
That's very nice.
it just comes up.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
need to go through.
yeah, and I think that if you see in this class also, Joe will say, "Oh, I was just an engineer," or you know, and but if because he has done some sadhana before, it came so easily to him, you know, and
Yeah,
everybody
he-
that we meet, you know, all of a sudden,
It
and some
doesn't-
kids,
Kids know it so much.
some kids are very spiritual.
Yes.
Like in Balvia, sometime, you know, in the teachers' meeting, they discuss, you know, this child said this, and it's like so profound what they say,
Right,
because they
yeah.
already have done that
Done
sadhana previously. Yeah.
Not only does he discover in himself the knowledge that he had acquired in the past, but he easily finds in himself the required enthusiasm and energy for a consistent self application and vigorous pursuit. Knowledge without practice is a dull, dreary load upon the shoulders of a seeker. Krishna assures here one fallen from yoga in the past, when he is reborn in the right atmosphere, not only regains all knowledge easily, but he comes to strive more than before for perfection, O son of Gurus. Here again, Arjuna is addressed by such a loving term, which particularly makes him remember that he himself is born in the noble family of the Kurus as a result of his own meritorious past. Perhaps the Lord himself had to declare the Gita directly to Arjuna because the past in his divine actions demanded such an experience.
So see, there are. He's talking about striving now. So yehi nahi ki bas he's just born and he remembers everything, but he actually has the
To go further, that's
further.
where
He has the
that's-
enthusiasm
Yes.
to strive.
Right.
And ability. He can
Ability to
strive
strive.
yes.
very
नहीं तो कई होते कि खाली वो बोलते हैं ना पंडित बन जाएंगे मगर if they don't practice what they preach,
Yeah.
then no progress happens. So he's saying he will have that
Yeah, he'll have
thing
that.
in that. That was one part. And the last part is he's calling him Kuru Nandana. Is the family of the Kurus, because it was supposed to be very accomplished, highly spiritual, and all that family. And then that was also the footnote is there that they were
Okay.
Nar and Narayan who had done an,
Yeah,
tapasya in Badrinath peaks. If you have heard of that story, that Arjun and Krishna Bhagwan were Nar and Narayan. I don't know, you have not heard of that story. So in the previous life, they were called Nar and Narayan.
अच्छा.
And they had done the tapasya. And then, you know, ये जो स्वामी नारायण के जो है ना, वो भी नर नारायण ही बोलते हैं उनको. वो उनके जो two manifestations है, if you go, they always have two murtis. They call it नर, मतलब नाम उनके अलग अलग हैं. एक वो स्वामी नारायण है और एक कोई और है. But they call them Nar Narayan. So sometime you go read that story. I don't know the complete detail of it, but I just know of it that their journey began, they are just saying, in previous lives. तपस्या करके उन्होंने कहा था कि मैं ये ज्ञान दूंगा तुझे.
Okay.
नारायण ने कहा था उसको. So I think we can stop here. What's the time?